This lecture of our course is devoted to electric vehicle sales. It's rather important to understand the numbers, to understand the market share of plug-in cars, of electric vehicles, just not to understand the current situation. Can we speak about electric vehicles revival, or we are too optimistic saying that? And talking about the number of sales, things to mention is that we will speak about sales of battery electric vehicles, of pure electric vehicles with large battery, and also about plug-in hybrid electric vehicles with smaller battery, but nevertheless the battery is very important part of such type of vehicles. We will not speak about conventional hybrids, while conventional hybrids is also very interesting market for modern batteries. And talking about sales, you can find more details, more information, for example, in EV sales, blog by Jose Pantes. And talking about the exact numbers, in 2017 we have passed the milestone more than 1 million plug-in cars sold globally. It was impressive, keep in mind that in 2011 only 60,000 plug-in cars were sold globally. And you can see the graph of EV sales. It's rather promising growth of sales, but in fact, if we will keep in mind the market share of electric vehicles and consider all cars sold globally, the market share of plug-in cars is just about 1.3%. So you see, it's far not impressive. We are in the very beginning of electric vehicles adoption. Of course, if we compare the numbers with 2016, the market share was below 1%, 0.85, and in fact all main markets demonstrated rather good growth of electric vehicles adoption. First of all, we have to mention, of course, China, with almost half of globally sold plug-in cars with market share above average. The second place is occupied by the United States with almost 200,000 plug-in cars sold, but market share is below average. Third place is occupied by Norway. Norway is a very interesting example of fast EV adoption with market share of plug-in cars almost 40%, aiming to 50% in next year in 2080. Two next countries, Germany and Japan, at last demonstrated the growth, the kind of leap of EV sales. Also, we can mention among the leader United Kingdom and France with the market share above average. And not only major markets are growing, also we can mention such markets as Sweden and Canada, about 20,000 plug-in cars sold in 2017, Belgium and South Korea 50,000, and further Switzerland, Austria and Spain, and some other maybe smaller markets. If we compare the growth rates, you can clearly see that such an impressive growth is supported by China, and you see the United States and Europe demonstrating kind of steady but linear growth. And talking about European markets, the first place is Norway, and the growth rates is very impressive. You see, it's a steady growth. It's a kind of steady governmental supports and steady efforts for such wide adoption of electric vehicles. And the Germany at last make a leap for the second position, and for the next year, for 2018, we can wait for a kind of battle for leadership between Germany and Norway. UK is growing as well, and France has a kind of decreasing of growth rates, but nevertheless among the leader, and for comparison you can see Sweden and Belgium.